Hi everyone, it's Sandy and it is time for the Equinox rose reading. I'm having a very interesting time in so much, hi Jilly, that I'm not drawn to do full moon and new moon rose readings anymore. There is a reset that's going on. Hi Agnes. So I'm just following what's coming clear and serenading you in with the beautiful apophyllite and grandmother alchemy bowl that actually works with the sacral chakra, and she works with the adrenals. She's a really strong, powerful bowl to be working with. She's a wisdom keeper, she's a wisdom transmitter. You know, this is the calling. This is the calling to come home to ourselves, to anchor in to the truth of who we are, to anchor in to the wise woman within. Hi Renee. And I'm finding more and more the weave of the roses and the rose consciousness with the crystalline sounds of the bowl. Hi Katie. This is absolutely where the energies are wanting us to go. We are moving from a carbon-based body to a crystalline-based body, and the crystalline soundscapes of the consciousness of these beautiful crystal beings really call us into an awareness within ourselves. They are an amazing carrier wave for the roses in particular. And this is not quite where I was going to go with this reading, but anyway, I'll just explain that the roses are pentagram. Many of you will know that they hold a pentagram geometry. They open a five sepals, not in the way that you would draw a five-pointed star. They open in a way, sorry, not consecutively. They open in the way that you would draw a five-pointed star, and the blossom explodes from that in golden mean ratio. The crystal kingdom doesn't have you don't get pentagonal crystals. You get trigonal, you get cubic, you get hexagonal, octagonal, and amorphic crystal. Hi Jonathan, hi Kasia. So the weave of the roses with these crystal beings is absolutely beautiful, and it's a carrier wave which takes the love of the love coding of the roses deep into the body at a cellular level through the crystal coding, through the soundscapes. So there is a magical weave that comes in that connection. So yeah, interesting times, are they not? I understand today that we are likely to be heading back into a lockdown. Hi Leslie. In the next week or so, and it could well be for a lengthy period. And I've been reflecting on that. In this last few weeks, I've been aware that this was likely to be cooking. Having friends that are, you know, pretty active within the astrology realms, and seeing the astrology of this upcoming few months, it was no surprise that actually we are into uncertain times. And yeah, just tuning in and reflecting on that, you know, it's like, well, how do we deal with this? Because it's all very well, you know, that this is our experience of the challenges and the chaos and the control that we're experiencing on the external realm. What's going on in here, and how do we master this place of our verticality? How do we come into the alignment within that allows us not to get too distracted? Yeah, Elias, yeah, you could feel it coming. I know it's been absolutely cooking in this last week in particular. So what if everything that we're experiencing is an opportunity to bring ourselves even more embodied and to bring ourselves more fully into our body, which allows more of our higher self, the true self, to embody actually into the substance of this vehicle. If what this journey is about is the heart, I mean, we can take nothing with us save the condition of our hearts. So all of our work, actually, from a soul perspective, is to do with our alignment, is our connection to truth, and how much of our higher soul self can we embody at a cellular level in this physical vehicle, so that we are totally aligned with our own truth, with our own inner voice. If this process brings us into the fullness of the magic of who we are and into our zone of genius in what we've come to hold at this time, there is no happenstance that you are here on the earth plane at this time. It is not random. You know, for whatever reason, we all signed up to be here. Now, one could say, I didn't read the small print, you know, that I didn't see, but actually I think that we all knew that we'd come in to heal soul wounds from previous lifetimes. We'd come to polish this diamond, and we've also come in to clear the coding that's come down through the genetic lineage that we birthed into. Therefore, we are an alchemical pot where those two aspects of our experience and our lives have melded, and they are the rich substance that we've been working for and working with all through our lives to refine, to heal, to clear the karma through the family line, and to come to this place where we can be present enough in our bodies so that the fullness of who we are and actually what we contracted to hold at this point can fully come in. This was one of my purposes, as I understand it, in actually coming in to work with these roses, coming in to hold this coding that can help us refine and align, can help us to keep a centered place of presence in the body, can remind us where home is, can remind us that they are just keys and codes of pure love. They have no other agenda than to help us continually return home to ourselves. There isn't anywhere else to go. This is the interesting conundrum, if you like, in lockdown. There isn't the external distraction that we have had over eons. And what this is doing at one level is awakening us out of complacency. It's awakening us out of the dream that the seeds were sown. You know, I'm of the 50s. There are others, I'm sure, that are listening that were birthed in the 60s, the 70s. I'm a first wave blue ray. There are others that came in as the indigo ray. That you know, we've all come in with a different piece of this glorious puzzle to hold. The clearer, the more refined and aligned we are, then the more we can hold the gifts and the treasures that we've come specifically to hold by us activating and clearing and healing the wounds and the aspects of our soul that we contracted, as I said, to come in and clear. So I feel that this is this place where, you know, if we're being awakened out of our complacency, we are being called to come in. We are being called to fully take our power back and work it from the foundation up. So when we look at the fact that we are working, we're going to be, you know, home-based again. Those of us in the UK, we're going to be home-based again. And here we come back into the inner work. There is nowhere to go. The inner work is within us. And the more we can hold a light, the more that we can help our higher heart field to keep active, to keep the inner flame of this higher heart light and lit and light, we can light the heart flames of others, because we've come to this place where we can hold this energy within our own field. It's our inner work that is the priority. This is where there is nowhere else. So in this at this equinox time, I ask you, you know, what have you learned in this last 6 months about yourself? What has this journey shown you of your gifts, of your challenges, of the things that you've been able to release and let go of, the things that you know now light you up, the things that are unique in your particular expression. And this is what we need to hold with, you know, to not get pulled out into what's going on external. If you feel called to be part of a visible and active aspect of this unfolding, then this is the piece that you came in to hold. For me, I came in to be an anchor of light. And I've had to heal and clear all of those places which have dimmed that light in order for this time to for me to be in readiness at this time. So, what have I done? So let's see what the roses might be able to offer us as inspiration and insight as we enter into this equinox. This is, you know, this is 6 months now since we were pretty well where we went into lockdown in the first place here in the UK. Just prior to the spring equinox, and the time between this autumn equinox and the winter solstice was always going to be an intense and tricky passage for us. You've only got to look and see what's happening in the USA and the elections and so on. So this time is complex. And the only place that we want to be is in this vertical alignment. In this vertical alignment, we are part of a matrix that can bring heaven on earth. And it's only through that. Hi Maya, hi Agnes, hi Eleni. So it's, powerful, fascinating times. So let's see what the wisdom of the roses has to offer us for this particular passage. So the first rose that's come up is from the Cosmic Roses, and she is the Gaia Gateway. She is an energy center that is right down beneath our feet. So beneath our feet is the Earth Star, and she is a gateway that connects us into the earth grids of Mother Earth, and she creates a vesica of light and connects with the soul star, which holds our personal akasha. So in this envelope of golden light, we are invited to dive deeper still and dive right down into our connection with the essence of Gaia. And this is a deep, it's that dark, earthy energy, but within there, in it, is a liquid black light. And more, I've come to understand that it is in the calling in and the holding of that light that we can hold this anchor point on the earth. She is deep, she is a deep root, but look at her golden heart. She's saying, you know, this is the way through. And the Earth Star, for those of you that are familiar with the Rose Oracle, the Earth Star sits almost like a cup and saucer into her. So she is this root beneath our feet. And it's like I'm saying, we really have to anchor ourselves from the foundation up. We are rebuilding the temple within each and every one of us, but it has to be it has to be rooted and grounded. So as I say, this beautiful energy that's come forward is reminding us that, you know, when we go through the autumn equinox, we are drawing within naturally, without this, without the outer scenario going on. This is a time of it's like the in-breath of God. When we move through the winter solstice, there is an out-breath that takes us to the summer solstice. This is the pause point from the summer solstice, where we have this contracted yin energy. This brings us within ourselves. It's the time of lighting fires. It's the time of nurturing the spleen energy with you know, warm soups, and the body knows this. The body, you know, and obviously I'm talking about the northern hemisphere here. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's you know, obviously a different way around. But from the northern hemisphere, this is our journey within. And this, if we work this well, this is a time to use wisely in really creating a firm foundation and a template within yourself. It's interesting, isn't it? Temple and template. A template within yourself that allows you to really review what your gifts are and what you came to gift a thirsty and a hungry humanity in this coming period of time. We've got several years yet before the reset is completed. There is an incremental shift that will go on as we go through this, the gateway of the winter solstice. But the deepening connection to the root of who we are and this anchor point within us is essential. So let's see what we have as the second rose for this, this equinox. Fascinating. We have RoseMa 1, and she says, I am magnetic. I attract to me all that is in resonance with the deepest calling of my heart, for in that is my truth and my power. And we've spoken of this many times. The heart is our attractor factor. The heart holds the coding of all that is known within our life journey and our field. The more open we are to owning our story, the more open we are to being vulnerable And vulnerable is a superpower, I have to say, because when you own your story, nobody can come along and go and blow you over. There is no place in which you don't say fully, hell yes to life. You're not one foot in and one out. This is the place where, you know, we can really show up. So this beautiful energy is, I mean, you know, these are powerful energies for us to be drawing, to be working with. So let's have a look and see what the third energy is that wants to show itself in this particular reading. Hi Rachel, hi Anne, hi Wendy. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Couldn't be a more powerful reading actually. Here is one of the Heartstar roses, and this rose is a Heartstar 2, Heartstar 2, and she is the wisdom rose. And this is the place that we activate when we are able to weave our inner masculine feminine, this dance between love and power that sits and weaves within our higher heart field. So this is, you know, this is our path. This particular combo of roses is what is come forward as inspiration for this equinox and for this period coming forward now. The Gaia Gateway, absolutely creating a firm foundation, a real sense of connection and dialogue between your energy and the energy of the Gaia Gateway. This is deep, this is rooted, this is the dialogue that you want to be having that fires up your base chakra, the base and second chakra. So it runs Gaia Gateway, Earth Star, base chakra, sacral. And then you can breathe that up into the body. This, remembering this and being able to breathe with the Gaia Gateway down through the body, connecting with her and breathing back in again. This is the place where we resource. Resource is not out there. This is one of the things we really need to turn around. We need to recognize that we need to resource deep within us into absolutely what is our truth and what we are here to hold as a template of energy, as a heartfelt truth in the world. Second rose, RoseMa 1. I am magnetic. This is also about understanding that when you can hold with heartfelt presence that which you are visioning, it has got no, there is no question that it doesn't arise, because the universe will always endeavour to match that which is visioned, but it needs to be visioned with whole heart, with truth and with love. Well, actually with love, wisdom and power. You know, that's yet another piece to the puzzle in the higher heart chakra, having coming really online. There will be 3 key energy centers that we will be working with in the time to come: the soul star, the earth star and the heart star. But our anchor point and our sharing comes from this heart star place, and this is what we need to foster. This is where our focus needs to be. So this is the beautiful energy of RoseMa 1. I am magnetic. As I say, I attract to me all that is in resonance with the deepest calling of my heart, for in that is my truth and my power. And here we are with Heartstar 2, I am wisdom. And this is a time of the restoration of the divine feminine energy on the planet. This is time now. The shift is upon us, whereby a voice has to be heard. So this rose coming online, and this is golden frequency, this is golden energy. That is a superpower. So if you have the oracle, can I suggest that you get these 3 out and work with them in this coming window of time? If you don't have the Cosmic Roses in your first edition deck, they are now available to buy as a 7-card unit to expand your first edition oracle. What else have I got to say? Actually, I've got something really exciting to tell you now. I felt, well, I'll start from somewhere else. As you know, as some of you that have followed my work know, that I get downloads in the shower. And a few months ago, the words that came in the download in the shower were Rose Hearts Rising. And so I just sat with the Rose Hearts Rising piece and waited to see where it wanted to go. So I've been anchoring it and holding the energy of it. And my guidance is that on the 22nd, on the Equinox, that a Facebook page on Facebook will be activated, that is called Rose Hearts Rising. And I see this as a platform. It is a movement, if you like, on a global scale, whereby the higher heart and the rose heart starts to really activate on a more on a broader scale, and it is a positive pathway of activating, holding the light, holding the coding of light. So I hope that you may be drawn to join me on that particular journey. As I say, the invitation will go out on my personal Facebook page and on the Rose Alchemy page. So keep an eye open for that once I've launched once I've got the page live. And also, I'm going to be reframing the newsletter. The monthly newsletter will no longer be full in new moon readings. It will be a monthly newsletter with the flavour of the month, if you like, and where the rose is, what the wisdom of the rose is, and possibly also some channeled pieces from my current guides. So it's really exciting. There's some new pieces happening, and yeah, if you go on to anybody that's already on my newsletter, I will be sending a newsletter out with the invitation to stay on it and transition with me to Rose Hearts Rising, and the newsletter will be coming out from the 1st of October in the new energy. Yeah, it's really exciting, and yeah, let's see where this unfolds for us. I have been given a vision forward for this particular coding, and I do hope that you're going to be interested to join this weave with me. And I'm certainly hoping that, especially if we go into this lockdown, the second lockdown that I'm sensing soon, that I will be offering certain practices and meditations and things on there that will help us to keep steady as a community, as a group. So I'm going to play, as we're nearly out of light now, just receive these beautiful golden energies that are from the Apophyllite and Grandmother Alchemy Bowl. As I say, she works with the sacral and with the adrenals, and so many of us that have been working with the energies, working with the light, are at one level exhausted because it's been a doozy of a time, and I'm hoping that the roses and these crystal beings will assist us in keeping an internal alignment as we navigate through this next phase, and we come out of this, we rise out of this. As I say, rose hearts rising. So bless you. Thank you so much for sticking with the rose reading this evening, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Many blessings. Much love. Bye for now. Bye-bye.